Welcome back to Two Bros, Two Perspective podcast. It's been a minute. I'm JJ.
What's up, everybody? This is Steven.
So it's been a minute. We just been busy. Real busy.
Yeah.
Been that time of the year, I guess. We had the wedding, Isaiah's birthday, Christopher's birthday, Nikki's graduation.
Shut up.
Chris was in town, and then our anniversary.
Yep.
So it's been a minute. So, how was the wedding? I know we recorded a little bit here and there.
It was good. Of course, I knocked it out the park like
Yeah.
I do. I do what I do, and no, it came out real good. I was a little nervous. Got a lot of compliments from a lot of people saying that, the grooms. Yeah, the groom, that's the dude, right?
Yeah.
Groom's mom came up, gave me a hug, said it was beautiful.
Yeah.
In the beginning, when I met them, he wanted me to incorporate his dad. His dad passed away when he was young. I couldn't figure out how to put it in my speech, so I didn't. But on the spot, I freestyled a little shit, and it was pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
So, knocked it out the park.
Cool.
I do what I do. I'm an entertainer, so it wasn't nothing for me to get up there. One thing I did forget, though, is when everybody rises and the bride comes in, and I forgot to tell everybody to sit down. So I'm starting the ceremony, everybody's standing up, and see a couple people sit down right here, a couple over here, and I realized, oh shit.
So like say, please be seated or something.
Yeah, you may be seated. But then I was like, we ain't in court. They should know to sit down once the bride. So the only place I've heard you may be seated is in court. So I don't know. Joshua was giving me shit about it. But, it went good though. It was fun.
Little critiques here and there.
Yeah, they hate to say dad did his thing.
Right, I know, right.
But the whole family was there. Had the grandbaby. I
saw the picture. It was good.
One drink to toast with my boy, and didn't drink no more because I had precious cargo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And show the mom if they ever want to leave her with me and admire by ourselves. I'm responsible. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah.
So it was good. Had a good time. Glad to get it out the way, but it was fun.
So how was it having the baby around?
I was cool, man. I picked her up on Friday. She's a good baby.
Grandbaby,
man.
by the way.
Yeah, grandbaby. She don't cry. She's not a crybaby unless she needs some diaper.
Yeah.
And I was cool, man. Just seeing her wake up and fucking sitting down watching Coco, man. I didn't even know how to find cartoons, man. I sit down with her and I'm like, all right, where do I go? I'm calling Myra. Hey, where the hell do I find damn cartoons on this shit? And she watching Coco Melon, man.
Coco Melon.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's a beautiful thing for sure.
That's good. Yeah, we had and then Isaiah's birthday.
Yeah, it was his birthday. I asked him what he wanted. He said he wanted a steak and a drink.
22.
Deuce.
Wow.
22.
Yeah.
Deuce right here.
Yeah.
You know what movie that is?
Deuce. I know.
Deuce right here.
Yeah.
Put it in the comments if you know, if he don't know.
I know. I remember that Deuce, and I think that's probably why I sent you that text.
Probably.
Deuce.
That's where everybody kind of got Deuce.
Yeah.
Deuce going. But
I forgot.
Deuce right here.
I'm thinking about it, but maybe I remember doing the podcast.
So we went out to Chase Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Everybody ate some fat ass steaks. We had some drinks. I know you were out that night.
Yeah.
You hit me up, told me to roll through because y'all were celebrating the nephew's graduation.
Yeah, Nicholas graduated that week and Chris came in town.
Luke, congratulations, nephew.
So class of 2025.
Ooh.
And then Chris came home and we weren't doing nothing. So he said, you want to go somewhere? I said, yeah, let's go. So we have a couple of drinks that night. And then the graduation was, I think it was a Friday. And we went to Broken Bow for the weekend.
Yep.
Some fishing and a little bit of fishing, but the current was too fast.
Was it?
So the lines kept going into the brush and stuff like that.
Yeah, so you get some heavier weights, but y'all were out there, so.
I mean, I bought a little kit and stuff like that to update my little box, but I'm not a pro. I don't go that much, and just got what I thought we needed. But it was fun. They had this pool and did some grilling with the Blackstone grilling.
How'd you enjoy that?
I didn't like it for real. It was a cool experience, but
what did you didn't like about it? Did you just want to go against the grain?
No.
It's
not. It doesn't taste.
What's there not to like?
It doesn't taste the same when you grill. Because we had fajitas.
Propane and grill is gonna be different.
Because maybe we had fajitas.
You had fajitas?
We had fajitas and chicken and stuff the first day.
Okay, first night.
And then the second day, burgers and hot dogs.
I mean, of course, it's not gonna be like charcoal, but man,
I did breakfast on it too.
I love that thing.
I did breakfast on it.
Yeah.
The breakfast came out pretty good.
Yeah.
And the good thing is you do it outside and doesn't you don't have to wake nobody up or
Yeah,
whatever.
easy to
So
clean.
yeah,
Not a bunch of pots and pans with
yeah,
half stuff smell like
that part is
bacon.
good. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but it was cool. I'll stick to my grill.
Shit, I
I mean, I
cooked
have
on it
propane, so
yesterday.
it's not about the way it tastes, cause charcoal type
Yeah.
stuff, but it's more of um, I guess the fajita part on a grill, a great grill versus a flat top.
Well, you got to do it the way I do it. You got to
What's
get the
that?
meat that's already ready for tacos.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? I
Yeah,
get by this pastor de res,
yeah.
and which I guess I don't know how you have pastor de res. They're kind of like having
I guess the flavor.
beef, pork.
I guess it's the
Yeah,
flavor.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it
yeah.
is. They season it, but it comes chopped up, ready for tacos. You just fucking.
Pastor de res.
That's what I was
I
saying.
just thought about that.
Yeah, they have pastor de puerco, but they have pastor de res too. So I
Damn,
guess
that's
it's
the
just.
Melotian thing or what?
Nah, I get it right here. It's fucking Duncanville thing. I get it from Duncanville.
Where?
Michoacan right there off 67.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's a Duncanville thing.
Well, if you're coming this way, there's the one called Azteca.
Where's that one?
It's in DeSoto, Lancaster.
I don't pass through these Soto
You're
Lancaster.
saying 67.
Yeah, I know, but I don't pass through
That's
these.
35.
Yeah, it's
Never
35.
mind. No, forget it.
So Michoacan right there on Danny, there's the last spot if I want anything
Yeah,
Mexican
okay.
before I get
Yeah.
to Midlothian. But yeah, Pastor de Res. So I guess it's just seasoned. That shit's fucking good. But when you got something like that, it's like going to fucking gas station for tacos. They got the flat grill.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, I get a little char on them, throw my tortillas on there, get them all greasy with the meat juice and shit. And man, that's the main thing I cooked it last night. Some quesadillas.
Okay.
So with that, you make your quesadillas, you smash them down, come out crunchy. That shit.
Yeah, I can see that. Maybe.
But I can imagine the full fajita.
Yeah, that's how we normally buy
getting
it. Yeah.
But you gotta let it get a little char.
But we didn't know they had a Blackstone. They just had a grill outside on the description. But it was cool. Broken Bow was cool. I think your homie recommended Broken Bow one time on one of the other episodes.
Actually, he was with me last night.
And that's a place we've been talking about going. And we invited y'all out there. But good thing y'all didn't go that Sunday night because y'all would have got stuck.
Rain?
Yeah, because it got crazy.
Yeah, that was one thing. We didn't go. We just had a lot of shit to do.
Yeah.
We had the wedding, then we had baseball the next week. So we're like, we don't do shit this weekend.
Yeah.
Fucking grass.
Y'all would have got stuck though.
But I saw the forecast, so that helped too.
Yeah,
so I was like, you know what? It's supposed to rain like crazy. So that's good. But yeah, we had a lot of shit to do. We wanted to go, see Chris and, hang out and shit. But it was a good thing. Y'all got stuck?
No, we were there the Sunday night anyway.
Oh yeah, because we would have left.
Yeah. Y'all would have left Sunday unless y'all were planning to spend it. Yeah, I mean there was room.
And like scoot over, bro.
But it was cool.
Old days.
But it was fun. We did like that painting thing where I don't know if you now that you have TikTok or maybe Myra's showing you, but you get the little canvas, right? And like me and you sitting across from each other and we'll paint each other. And then you do the reveal. Right.
Okay.
So we did that. That was cool. And there's a couple of little games and of course swimming and just chilling out there.
Yeah, I got the TikTok, man. This shit. I feel weird. I feel like I'm too old to be on this.
No, it depends what you're looking at, what you're kind of researching and stuff like that.
Hey, there goes the nephew Tony. What's up, nephew? What
you doing? Editor-in-Chief Tony.
I know. See,
been busy. See,
he's on our ass, man. Producer on our ass.
Yeah, like I didn't get my weekly check this last few weeks.
But I just he's feeding the dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel weird on it. I feel old.
Like I said, it depends. Like I'll look up workout videos. I'll look up meal prep ideas.
Yeah.
Comedy type stuff. But I know what you mean, right?
I got some friend requests. I feel weird.
We'll see if the mics actually work.
It feels weird. Like, if I follow you back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah, I get
that. First I did because I think I got Dolores, Grace, two bros, and Myra and Alice.
Yeah.
I only did theirs because they were like, I think they sent a message like, hey, follow me. What is it? Somebody's friend request or whatever. Request. So I was like, man, I'll be sending them the podcast. So I accepted it. But the ones that just say followed you, follow back.
Because there's a lot of bots, like fake accounts and stuff like that. They want to try to sell you some shit. But like once you start the algorithm, then you start just seeing stuff that you normally just want
Well,
to
you
see,
watch one video of something and then that's all you see.
or you talk about something and it pops up.
Oh, I don't know how to talk
Yeah.
about something,
No, I'm
but
just saying, like in
right now
conversations.
that all that's coming on, first it was graduation dances, and there's
Okay.
some ignorant ass fucking people out there doing some.
Yeah,
I
there's
was
some of
like,
it is dumb.
what the? There's a lot of dumb trends out there. That's for
Yeah.
damn sure. And then it was prom send offs. I don't know how the fuck those started coming up. Prom
Mm,
send offs, dumb shit too.
yeah.
And then now it's all the ice raids,
Yeah, I saw that.
San
I just
Antonio,
go through it. I don't
Dallas.
really like watching those.
Um, so that's what comes up. I don't know how to work the shit. You know what I mean?
Just search.
I got a friend request from the restaurant, your mother-in-law, and I'm
Damn,
like,
she hit you up already?
well, I said maybe Steve JJ runs it,
I
but
don't run it.
I'm to follow your mother-in-law back. Like I don't know, it's just weird to me,
Yeah,
man.
no.
The whole social media is just
Yeah,
is weird. The only thing is, I watch a lot of YouTube shorts,
yeah.
so
It's the
it's kind
same
of like
thing.
that what
Yeah,
pops up,
yeah,
but the posting, the following, and all that shit,
yeah.
yeah, I'm not with it.
Like I said, just search something that you're interested in, and
So I
then
may do
it'll
that.
pop up. Yeah,
So, but yeah, I got TikTok. It is,
yeah,
for the two bros. But
yeah.
yeah, it's kind of weird. So if I ain't followed you back, it ain't personal. I got some people that follow me. It says follow back. It ain't personal. I don't know. I feel weird.
Yeah.
So
So then, yeah, we did Broken Bow, and then Chris didn't stay that long. He don't like staying in Dallas too long anymore.
yeah,
Just to him, it's boring, but whatever. And we had planned he was going to stay longer to go New Orleans, right? And
which would have been this last week.
this past week, he would have just stayed one more week, but he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna get." But Nikki went with him to Cali.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So he
so
had the time to stay.
yeah, he
He's
had the
just
time.
like,
He just didn't
fuck
want
it.
to.
And then Nikki flew out with him.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
sweet.
like right now they're in Long Beach.
Oh shit.
But
So he's still out there.
yeah, he'll be back this week. And then Cynthia was like, "Well, we took some days off. We really won't have time to take off the store and work and this and that. Her schedule." She said, "So just take Tuesday. Last Tuesday was our anniversary." And she said, just take Tuesday off and we'll go eat breakfast and just spend the day, right? So,
Yeah.
okay. But I was like, this is 25. Let's maybe look at doing something else. So I went to the barbershop and talked to him. He works at the airport also. I said, what's a quick flight? Like 2 days, 1 night type of flight. He said, well, go east, right? I forgot the reason behind it, but the time changed. And it's cheaper to go east than go to the west coast. He said, "Have you been to New Orleans?" I said, "I've been thinking about New Orleans, and we actually were gonna go." And so I looked it up, got a decent price or whatever, and I told her like the Thursday before. I was keeping it a
Yeah.
surprise, but I had to tell her because she didn't know what to wear and stuff like that. Um, so we flew to New Orleans on Monday in the morning and came back Tuesday evening, and it was cool. Fucking food is just crazy out there, man. All we did was eat.
You can go to Papa Do's, get the
Nah,
same
bro.
shit. It's the
I don't even
same.
like
It's the
Papa Do's.
same. I
I don't
love
like
Papa
Papa
Do's.
Do's.
That
I hate
shit's
Papa
good.
Do's.
You like that Mexican
But no,
seafood
this
shit.
was Cajun style.
You can get Cajun at Popeyes.
Nah,
New
even
Orleans
supposedly the
style. No, it's
Popeyes was
crazy.
even better out there. We didn't try it, but we got there, went on a tour of New Orleans. Like
Like with a tour place or yourselves?
it was a bus.
Okay, one
Yeah,
of
a
the
bus.
buses. That's cool.
And kind of to see New Orleans and see like where we're gonna go afterwards. Like
Okay,
they
yeah,
take you
yeah, yeah,
around
yeah.
and he's like, let's go back to that spot or
Yeah.
whatever. Our hotel was right on Bourbon Street, right, and it was a real nice hotel. And so we got there, and then the bus was gonna get there like about 30 minutes, 45 minutes or something. So we got a hand grenade, and I didn't want to get fucked up, right? It's
Hand grenade.
it's like a drink out there. It's like in a plastic container, but they're known for hand grenades or something. I guess like a
I
hurricane
was
type
just about to
shit.
say hurricane. Those are
Yeah.
good too.
And waiting for the bus. So I was like, I didn't want to get fucked up, so we shared it, right?
Yeah.
But that bitch was strong. And we get on the bus. He takes us around. We go around Bourbon Street, French Market, Frenchman Street, and Treme, where Jazz was born, Katrina area. I didn't know it was 20 years already.
Katrina?
Yeah,
Yeah,
20
been a
years
long
already.
time.
Yeah. So we saw like where the water levels got. We went to the levees, the pumps, and we went by the jail where them fools broke out. We passed by there.
For real?
Yeah. and passed by there, and then they dropped us back off, and we went to eat beignets. They took us to that
Oh,
Cafe de
beignets
Mo.
are good.
I don't know, man. I think it was overhyped. It is,
Mm-hmm.
they're good. I'm not
And
gonna say they're not good.
I've had beignets out here. I don't, of course, probably different than
Yeah,
where did I have beignets? Maybe it wasn't here. I
there's a
don't know.
place on Deep Ellum, in Deep Ellum, I think we
But
got 'em.
shit, I'm a sweets guy. So
I mean,
chocolate.
they're good. No, they're just powdered sugar on
Oh,
top.
see, these the ones I had. Where the fuck did I get them from? They had chocolate in that motherfucker.
Yeah,
It was off the hood.
but when we left, we went all around, but it seemed like everything was kind of far, right? And we got back. We went to the hotel and just chilled for a little bit because we still hadn't really relaxed. Because
Yeah,
we got there and boom, we went to the tour and kind of thinking about what we were gonna do that evening. But we were like, let's just. My thing was I wanted to go see some music, right? Live music, jazz or blues or
yeah.
something.
I mean,
And
culture.
yeah, we're on Bourbon Street, and I was looking at places, and there's a lot of places that just have live music, you know. So we went to go eat, and first we went to go eat, and I was like, I want a po' boy, right? And get a po' boy. So it was big giant po' boys and Cajun food or whatever. And so we go in, and there's a shrimp po' boy and a soft shell
Those are
crab po'
good.
boy,
The
right?
shrimp ones, I love them.
So I asked the lady, I said, which one's better, the shrimp or the soft shell crab? She said, well, we sell the shrimp a lot, but why not get both? I'm like, oh shit, okay. So man, she stacked the shrimp, and then on top was just sitting on top was a whole crab, right? And I was like, how do I eat this? And she's like, just put a butter knife and smash the crab and close the sandwich. Like, you're right.
It's too
Man, that bitch
much.
was good. No,
I would got one and one, and they half and
no,
half.
I couldn't eat that much, but
Go ahead. What you describing? You ate that?
I'll show a picture on here on the podcast. But
But
man,
yeah,
that
po'
bitch was
boys do
good.
go hard.
And then Cynthia had like a meal they had tasting New Orleans, had like etouffee, gumbo, and like everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So after that, we went, looked around, walked around a little bit, and we found a place with jazz. So we sat down, listened to some jazz, had a drink, and then went to another spot. They were playing blues, so we went blues and drink. Like I said, I didn't want to get messed up, but I ended up getting pretty messed up on the end of the
Right.
night. But it was cool.
So on a Monday, was it live and popping?
Oh
Like
yeah, they
people out
closed the
there?
streets, and
Yeah.
and get back to the room, come wake up in the morning, we're like, we're gonna go eat breakfast. And we had a car, right? But just because the package I got, some people were telling me you don't need a car out there, but I was like, well, I think the car with the package was like $13 or something. And that would have
Wow.
been more for the Uber.
Yeah.
So in the morning I'm like, go to the concierge lady, and I said, we want to go to French Market for breakfast. She said, yeah, just take the trolley. I said, we have a car. She said, honey, you know there's no park in New Orleans. You can walk there. It's like half a mile. I said, it's only half a mile. But if it was crazy, because like I said, the tour made it seem like everything was far, but everything was condensed.
Shit, I ain't trying to walk a half a mile,
It
though.
wasn't bad because you walk by shops and other places, food places, and you're seeing it pretty much. I think that second day we probably walked like 2 miles, 3 miles, right? But you didn't know it. So we took off. We went to go eat breakfast. I had shrimp, not shrimp, catfish and grits. Man, that shit was good.
For breakfast,
That's
catfish?
what it was at
Mm,
the local spot. That's what we got.
yeah, that don't sound too
No,
good.
it
And I
was it
love
was real good. It
catfish.
was good. And then we walked around, bought some souvenirs. On the way back, we hit another spot for some oysters and just ate. I didn't drink that day because we were getting on the airplane and
Yeah,
stuff. But
yeah.
um,
Well, man, that's part of New Orleans. Go out there and eat.
yeah,
Embrace the food, the
yeah.
music, and shit. So y'all got it all in
I think we did it right.
one little
Yeah,
trip.
2 days I think was enough.
Good enough.
Yeah.
So I hear things about it. What was like the homeless and people sleeping on the street? Was there
I mean,
any?
yeah, like I think any big city is the same thing
Yeah.
anywhere you go.
But yeah, we passed through there on our way back from Alabama,
Yeah,
and we were gonna stop and spend the day and possibly spend the night. And our fucking GPS, she found some place on Bourbon Street,
yeah.
and our GPS kept fucking taking us in circles, and we're like, "What the fuck is going on?" So we found a spot. We sat down and ate, and we're watching the news, and there was some big shootout. Some dude had shot. It was right around the time when I don't know if you remember when them Dallas cops got killed, and then like 2 weeks later there was a
Oh
shootout in New
yeah, yeah.
Orleans,
Uh
and
huh. Yeah.
Some New Orleans cops got
Yeah.
shot, so we couldn't get in. They had a bunch of shit closed off, so we ate at some. It was Cajun. It was not where you want to be. It was kind of
Right.
in the outskirts,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it wasn't as good as it would have been if we went.
Yeah, we passed through there before also going to Florida. And like you said, we stopped at some place that was
Yeah,
like outside, not actual inside, but the few places we went to eat, I mean, the shit was good.
yeah, hell yeah, that's badass.
Hmm.
Congratulations on 25.
Yeah, 25
That's good.
years.
I think I'm knocking on that as is 22, so maybe we at like 23 or some
Yeah.
shit. So we'll see. Remind me, Maya, if you know how long I've been married, drop it in the comments. Oh shit, but hey, I remember when it's 25, 23, 22,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, so I was like, you know, and it was funny because we had a long week before, and she was like, I appreciate you, looking to do this. She said, but
Man, hell yeah.
she's like, but I'm tired.
Uh,
This week it was just because everything we were doing, but it was good. She liked it.
that's good. That's good. Shit. Same here, man. We've been busy. Work, summers, fucking everyone wants everything done in the summer and that wedding. And then Isaiah's birthday.
Yeah.
Then baseball's back. So last week we were out there in that heat, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Salute Dallas Tigers, their first tournament back, made it all the way through. Stevie did his thing, pitched in the semis, got us to the. It's funny because so in this league, it's called Perfect Game. It's probably the biggest I would call it, I guess, league. I don't know exactly what it's called because you got different shit, NCS, USSSA. But this one's kind of taking over Texas,
Okay.
especially with the high school. You know, they have a representative out there every game. They're clocking how fast you're pitching. They're getting player of the tournaments. They're putting all your stats online, college type
Yeah.
shit. And so Stevie pitched a semi. He could only pitch. Well, it's funny. He could pitch. He pitched Friday. He couldn't pitch Saturday. They had to cut him off Friday to be able to pitch Sunday. Left him with 95 pitches, and we had the first game. It was kind of close. I think the pitcher reached their limit. It was, I think, bases loaded, 2 outs, full count, and he reached his limit. He couldn't pitch another pitcher.
Damn.
We'd lose. So
Yeah.
they bring Stevie in, and I'm like, oh shit, one ball, and fucking they score. Fucking throws one pitch, curveball, strikes him out, walks fuck off like a fucking
Yeah.
boss and shit. He pitched the semis, got up to his 94 pitches, comes out with 11-2 lead. I think 2 on, and bring a new pitcher in, and I think he walks or they hit, 1 run comes in. We're like, okay, 11-3.
But still, to come in like that cold, not cold, but warmed up,
Yeah.
but that's not his.
Yeah,
I'm sure it fucks with you
but
mentally
we
a little
needed
bit.
2 outs.
Yeah.
We've been on the road. So once run say 11-3, we're good. 11-4, we're good.
Yeah.
11-5, 11-6,
Damn.
11-7, 11-8.
Yeah.
Then it's 11-9. And I see Stevie kind of like, all right, man, come
Yeah.
on. And every other parents are like, oh, shit, okay, now this is getting close. Fucking got an out. We made it to it. But it got kind of close. But being in that heat, man, shit, I was wore out like if I played, man.
Yeah, if it hits you like that.
Because we're out there for one game Friday, one game Saturday, and Sundays win or go home. And I think we got there 8 in the morning, and the championship game was like at 6. So shit, it was almost 8 when we got out. Well, it was 8 when we got out of there. And fuck, I was beat, man.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I feel like I played. Got home, took a shower, I was out. So just busy, like I said, with work. And then what else? That was last week. This week, Friday, this weekend, we didn't really have shit to do. We went and checked out that Roma's that opened up.
Yeah.
One bad, walked in, nice place. I don't know how the one by your spot looks, but I know it's not like this one.
No, not the way you described it.
Because it's a new structure,
Okay,
new building.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's not something they just moved into. Super nice bar area in the middle. We sat down. I had already looked at the menu because mine's that type. Like we watch a movie, she has to read about it first. If we're going to a restaurant, she has to research the fucking menu and shit. So we get there, we sit down, and there was these garlic knots. Well, online it showed to be garlic cheese bread, something like that.
Mhm.
And but the picture, I was like, man, those look like not bread nuts. And tell this story, I was telling JJ, he asked me what happened. I said, you're going to wait for the podcast, just like everybody else. So here, so Walk in, they bring us a glass of wine. I'm not a big wine drinker.
Oh, you got wine?
Yeah, they're giving
Okay.
everybody complimentary wine.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Nice.
didn't order. It's that same guy. Remember when we were at the Cinco de Mayo, tried talking to him?
The tall one?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, whatever. Like, just
Yeah.
ignore
Yeah.
me. But it was him at the bar. And so we're like, okay. So I ordered that bread. Even Mara was like, man, that shit looks good. And they come back and it's like breadsticks, garlic bread.
Really?
And I'm like, and I'll show you the picture. I might have to put, we gotta put a picture up here. And I'm like, Mara's like, that's not what you ordered. I'm like, ah, fuck it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That shit was good too. Came with marinara sauce. So I asked the lady, I said, hey, this is what we had ordered, but this is what you. And I showed her what it was called, and when you look at the name of it, what they brought us makes sense. Because the other one was garlic knots. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But that's what it showed online to be called, and on the menu, it just had the name, not a picture. So I was well, this is what I was thinking we were gonna get. Mm-hmm. And she goes, no, that's complimentary bread, but we're out. I said, well, complimentary says it's $7 right here. She goes, but we're out. I go, okay, it's cool, no big deal. I wasn't making a big deal.
Yeah.
I would have paid for both. That's what I wanted. I go, okay, they ran out, whatever. And then I just see I see a basket over here, I see bread over there. And Mara's like, maybe they ran out when we got here. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then I see that dude and I see our same waitress walking with fresh fucking garlic nuts to all these tables. I'm like, Mara's like, please don't say nothing. I'm like, what do you mean don't say nothing? Yeah. She told me they fucking ran out.
Yeah. But that's what you wanted, right?
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Yeah. And so, you know, it was a young waitress, man. And Mara was like, she's probably just a kid. But I'm like, well, she's still a waitress. She's still, because I asked her, I said, okay, I want a pizza. I want to eat 1 or 2 slices and take some home for Stevie. I go, so how big are they? Yeah. You know, I thought she was going to show me a box. She's like, the medium's like this, and then the large is a little bit bigger. And I go, let me guess, the extra large is a little bit bigger than the large. She goes, yeah, you've been here? And I'm like, really? Of course,
well, if you know pizza, medium is 8 slices, large is 10, and extra large 12.
But I wanted to see, because I know if they're
like
are they oversized?
No, it's regular like that.
No, see, bring me the fuck. But that's what she's like, hold on, I think, yeah, it's like this is the small, and I'm like, can you bring me a box at least? She goes, yeah, why didn't I think of this? Oh, man. But anyway, so she's not getting what I'm saying about the bread. She's not understanding. So the dude walks by, goes, and Mara's like, oh, my God. I'm like, what? I said, look, sir, I said, I asked for this. And I showed him online. I said, I don't want you to think I'm trying to get anything free. I said, it says it's this, so I ordered it. But I got this, which was cool. She told me y'all ran out of this, but I'm seeing you. And I'm talking to him while he's got a basket. Oh shit! He's delivering or dropping off to the table, and he's like, "Yeah, no problem. We won't like." He brushed me off like if I was trying to get something free, and it pissed me off because I'm like, "Motherfucker, I'm not here trying to hustle some free breadsticks." I said, "No, look, it says." I said, "I'll pay for both. If this was complimentary, I'll still put." You know, like that was not my deal, and I'm trying to let him know, "Hey, I'm not a new customer that's trying to hustle." Yeah. It was just a bit. Anyways, he brought the garlic knots. They were off the hook. Yeah. It's funny because I got the lasagna and actually the other bread they gave me worked better. So I'm telling Mara like, will it look shitty if I eat this one more than the one I made the big deal?
And leave the nuts.
Lasagna was good as fuck. I love a good lasagna. Mara had the shrimp fettuccine. That's what she gets every Italian place. She liked this shit was good. Love the sauce. Pizza was mid.
Yeah, pizza's not the greatest.
Garlic knots, not what I thought. I thought it was gonna be like Vito's, where it's like drowning in the vinegar. And, you know what I'm talking about?
I never been to Vito's.
Oh well, you ever got garlic knot? Well, they're like sitting in a pool of like vinegar, oil, and shit, and garlic. Yeah. So they're kind of wet. These were dry. Actually, the garlic bread that I made a big deal about was better. You know, well, I don't think I made a big deal. Mine was like, I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, I'm just trying to get what I came for.
I see both sides.
But I wasn't like, hey, what the fuck? I was real nice. I said, hey, you know. We'll pay for this. I don't mind. I want this. I'll pay for it. You know what I mean?
I see, because I do that too sometimes. A story that they always talk about. We went to what was it called? The wing place, Pluckers.
Oh, I like Pluckers.
I ordered a beer. I was with the kids, and I ordered a beer, and I saw them put it on the bar, right? And I knew that was my beer, right? But I didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
And the waiter never brought it, and I still see the damn beer right there. The sides are getting all condensated and stuff because it's getting hot now. And I see it there, and the kids are like, "Just say that's your beer." I said, "Nope, I'm not gonna say nothing, right? I didn't want it, but I'm not gonna say we ate, brought me more water, whatever. Okay. So at the end, I see the bill, and the beer's on there.
Oh hell
So I tell
no.
the guy, I said, "Hey, I never got my beer." He's like, "You never got your beer?" I said, "No," and I think that's it right there. And he looks in, yeah, that's it. He said, "Well, I can bring." I said, "We're leaving." I said, "Wait," and I said, "What do we do?" And I made more of a big deal. The kids were like, "Oh, Dad." I said, "What do we do? Drive home with the beer? Drink it, drive my kids?"
Right.
And I was like, "I don't even like coming here because my
Uh,
kids want wings." And at the time, I wasn't a big fan, but I've become a big fan of Pluckers now. But
I love
and the
Pluckers.
kids were like, "Why are you blaming it on us?" You know.
Hey, shut up.
But yeah, I've done those things
Here
before.
was my thing. This is what I told Mara. I said, she said they ran out.
Yeah,
If she would have said that, I think we ran out, but let me go check
yeah,
because
yeah,
obviously there was more.
yeah,
But her answer was definitive.
yeah,
We ran out. We don't have no more. And I'm
yeah,
like, cool, okay, fine. And then
yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, they got. And I'm looking at the appetizer. I'm looking at everything like. Nothing will come in a basket
yeah,
but garlic knots.
yeah.
So I'm seeing all these fucking. So I guess it is complimentary because
Yeah, normally with the meal you get them. Yeah,
every fucking table had a basket. And I'm
yeah.
like, no, that wouldn't come in a
They're like,
basket.
I would give them free wine. Fuck you, we're not giving no garlic.
And then finally they start passing by. I'm like, damn, that shit looks good,
Yeah,
man. That's what got me. If they would have just said, and that it's funny because there was a place Jimmy's we used to go to, and the same shit happened. They showed my lasagna was gonna come with
yeah,
garlic knots.
yeah,
And I said, hey, it says it comes with bread. She told me the same shit. Oh, we ran out. And I'm like, okay, well, y'all gonna replace it with something because this comes with the meal. You can't just
yeah,
say, oh, we ran out. You're not getting your
yeah,
whole combo meal. So I'm
yeah,
like, y'all gonna replace? She's like, well, you can buy this. And I'm like, really? Y'all don't have what?
yeah,
And
yeah.
so I just I'm big on customer service, and
Uh-huh.
if she would have just said like, let me go check on it or let me do the, you know what I mean? So that was my deal. But I wasn't rude about it. I still
Yeah,
left her a more than 20% tip. She seemed like a high school kid. She had a great attitude.
yeah, yeah.
Even after I talked to the manager, she wasn't mean. She was super nice. But no, I'll give it like a 7.5 out of
Yeah, the
10.
pizza is like I told you before. Pizza is better than like Domino's, but it's not a fancy pizza.
Stevie said he would have rather had Little Caesars, but it was better the next day cold. I love cold pizza,
I do too.
and
Yeah,
it was better cold than it was fresh.
I was in Garland on Friday, and we have a clinic out there in Garland, so I was out there checking on stuff. And I remember that the pizza guy that I seen your videos, he came to the fair last year, and he went to Garland and gave this place like a top review. They had like thin crust pizza, charred, whatever,
I
whatever.
think I seen that one.
And I was like, let me check. And it was like 2 minutes
Yeah,
away
I did
from
see
where I
that
was
one.
at. It's on Main Street in Garland. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. I had to get some dog food, so I went to there's a feed store right there across the street too. That shit was good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was good. It was thin crust, charred, and the bottom was charred and stuff like that.
but I don't like the char.
I do.
They had the crust char. I don't like that
I
shit.
love that. Yeah, crunchy and everything.
Best pizza I had for Telly's.
Fratelli's good.
Fratelli's good
It's
as
thin
fuck.
crust.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
like thin
probably the
crust.
best pizza I had.
And I've tried to get Roma's since they're next door to the store. Like if I have time, I'll go have a drink and maybe grab a pizza and I'll eat
Yeah,
it. I have it like for the whole weekend if I'm
yeah,
working at a store. And I tell them well done, thin crust, but that's not the type of style of pizza they make.
yeah.
So their thin crust is nothing like really thin
Talking
crust.
about waitresses and all that. So when we went for Isaiah's birthday to what was it? I say what Texas
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. So we go in and I'm ready to have a drink. That
Yeah.
day was so fucked up, man. I was supposed to get off early. We had this job at UNT, little small thing. Yeah, just disconnect that, scoot it over, and a couple hours you'll be out of here. Fucking salesman, dude. I'm out there fucking thing weighs like 800 pounds. We
Yeah.
gotta move it 20 feet. Anyways, long story short, I leave like at 4 o'clock. I'm in on top of UNT all freaking day in the heat. Takes me 2 hours to get home. I was pissed. I didn't get off early. I never leave early. I never take a day off the day I fucking want to for Isaiah's birthday. So I can go get his cake and I can be fresh so we can go out to eat. So, anyways, by the time we get there, I'm tired. I'm ready for a drink. So we walk in. She says, how many? I go, 4. And she goes, okay. I said, can we go to the bar? She's like, yeah. So we go to the bar and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, man, she never took my fucking name. How the fuck?
Yeah.
So I walk over there. I said, hey, you never took my name, so how you gonna know to call me? Man, this bitch said, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. This lady says, well, you didn't give it to me. I go, well, I didn't give it to you. You're the host. Aren't you supposed to ask for it?
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, I guess so. What's your name? Oh man, I feel like slapping that chick, man.
Which one was that?
In Mansfield.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I could have been sitting at the bar drinking it 2 hours waiting on my name to be called.
Yeah.
And she never took my name, but she was like, well, you never gave it to me. I'm like, man, what's wrong with these people? But again, another kid,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Probably TikToking around and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, golly. So I give her my name, we go have a drink, and they call us like 30 minutes. And I was like, man, I could have been sitting here drinking, not even paying attention. Meyer would have been pissed. Stevie was already hangry. He was already in a bad mood because he's on his diet and he was ready to cheat. He was like, I don't know how to order steak, Dad. Just give me a man steak.
So a man steak?
I was like, well, he don't know the difference. I'll give him chicken fried steak. No, he got the
sirloin,
18-ounce ribeye.
18 ounce? Did he eat it all?
Hell yeah. It was 18 or 16. I can't remember. I got the 18, so maybe he got the 16, but it's still a big motherfucker.
It's a big motherfucker.
And he goes, I'm cheating tonight. I'm getting double fries. Yeah, he tore that shit up. And the bread there is good.
Yeah, the bread's good.
But Maya had messed up because she loves Outback's macaroni.
Okay.
So she was thinking that's what she was talking about. And I'm like, Texas Roadhouse, she never wants to go there. I'm like, oh, whatever. And then we get there. She's like, they say what I wanted. And she hated the macaroni, which it was kind of nasty. She likes it in the cast iron.
Oh, okay.
With burn on top. You know what I'm saying? And this one came like it was out of
macaroni,
which is Texas Roadhouse. I'm like, come on, step your fucking game up. You know what I mean?
But they're not there for macaroni. You know, you
but potatoes, you want something to complement your steak, and they got it on the menu. So come on with it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody can't have best of everything. That's what I
don't know if they had the best of anything. I've had bad, but no, it was good. The steak was cooked good. The shit was good. I got the baked potato. You know what I mean? That shit was up. But it was funny. She was just like, well, you didn't give it to me. I'm like, you working. You give me the instructions of what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. Fucking young people, man. I guess I'm just old. And I don't know. I'll be getting called sir now and shit. I'm like, hey, man. I'm just
well, you're grandpa, man.
They don't know that.
Still, you throwing out grandpa vibes out there.
Grandpa vibes?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
That's crazy. Last night, my buddy, the one that gave us the moonshine, he came by. He's got a new job. With his new job, couldn't go on vacation with his kid, my wife. It fucked it up. So, like, come over, man. I'll cook some on the grill. Brought some.
Oh, his family went and he had to stay back?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Where'd they go?
Idaho.
Okay.
Zip lining and whitewater, shit that I want to do. So I didn't know Idaho had all that to offer. So I was like, man, let my boy come in because he's out of town. So he works for like 3 weeks, comes in for the weekend. Mm-hmm. So I was like, man, come on over. He brought some of those Dos Equis agua frescas.
Yeah.
And I don't really like flavor shit, but I tell you what, man, that watermelon was hitting hard.
Was it?
Because you can taste the alcohol, but it was refreshing, like an agua fresca. I was like, damn, because we're outside. I was cooking. I was like, damn, that shit hits perfect. So those are pretty good. I wouldn't drink them on a regular, but it wouldn't be a bad thing to have a couple if you're outside cooking. Like I said, they're refreshing, but pretty strong. They're pretty good. So I don't know if it's a beer or how that even works or what the fuck it is.
It's just a flavored beer that they've been coming out with.
That's pretty good.
Was it seltzer?
No.
No, it wasn't
seltzer.
No,
it wasn't seltzer.
I've seen them. I think we had them once, but they didn't sell, so we stopped.
Speaking of refreshing, man, we're going to get a fan up in here.
It's warm. That's why I had the door open earlier.
It is a little warm in here, and summer's just starting, so we're going to be up here.
Maybe we have to do it outside next week. Father's Day outside.
Hey, Father's Day coming up.
Next week.
Is it?
Yeah.
I knew it was this month. I didn't know next week.
Yeah, you know when you walk into like Marshall's and Ross and all, they have like a table like this. That's Father's Day presents. That's how you know it's almost Father's Day.
Yeah, they don't make no big deal about Father's Day. We'll see if I get any. We'll see if I get anything. Nah, I'm sure I'll get something.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, they don't make a big deal about Father's Day.
I know they were talking about maybe we might go to the baseball game, but I'm not sure.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Next weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't think we play next weekend, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Father's Day, just leave me the fuck. It'll be like Isaiah. Give me a steak and some drink.
Yeah.
We're good to go. So, but nah, it ended up turning good, man. We all ate. Like you said, you was out that night. You told us rode through, but shit, that was the day I had.
Yeah.
I was after I ate. I think I had a couple beers there. It just unwinded the fuck out of me. I was full. Got to the couch and not shit. I wasn't moving from that. So we had bought that Isaiah the TX bourbon.
Okay.
It's a lot stronger than the whiskey, so we tried it out. And
How'd you like it?
I love it. My brother-in-law got it for him last year when he turned 21. That shit's good. It's strong, but it's good. So other than that, man, we just like you said, busy as fuck. This weekend we're off, so like I said, we just went out Friday night, barbecued yesterday.
Yeah.
After this, I ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, yesterday we were off and in the afternoon and Cynthia was like, I'm tired, let's just chill. So we watched 2 movies
What'd you
yesterday.
watch?
The first one we watched was there's some new Tyler Perry movie on Netflix.
Tyler Perry.
This one wasn't. It was like a funny movie or anything like that. It was something that Cynthia read that was really good. It was good.
Where the wife getting beat and another guy coming and saving her.
It wasn't like that. That's what I mean. It wasn't like that. Pretty much a single mom. She had a bad fucking day. Like, but nobody came to save her. Nobody came to save her.
Nobody came to save her.
Nobody came to save her.
My dad didn't come and save her?
Nah. She had a bad day. She was getting evicted from her house. Her daughter was getting taken away. Her daughter fell down and hit her head because she had seizures. She couldn't cash her fucking check. She got fired. And she walked into a bank to cash her check and they thought she was robbing it. So it turned into a big old thing. The acting could have been better.
Typical Tyler Perry.
But it was a good movie.
Speaking of that, I don't mean to cut that out. We'll go back to the second movie, but what you just described. So I was on the TikTok shit, and there's a lady like crying, and then there's a caption like, "My son turns 2 years old, and I have no money for nothing."
Yeah.
Like cyber panhandling.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people like, "Girl, give me your cash app.
Yeah,
Girl, where you at? I'll call it in Walmart."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to do something like that.
You
because
can.
ain't no telling how much money she made. If this shit's even true. Because every time they were like, well, put something on Amazon, put it on Walmart. She's like, no, just send it to my cash app. And I'm like, how is people so stupid, man?
People do that. I think there was a trend where you put your cash app and then you see what you get.
I ain't giving nobody shit.
Yeah.
I probably won't get shit because of the car, but I was like, what the fuck? Anyways, that just reminded me of that.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
I was like, but so second movie, what'd you watch? So Tyler Perry movie, 1 out of 10.
6.5.
Yeah.
The story was good, right? The story was good, and I was like, damn, that bitch had a bad day. But the acting could have been better, right? It was Taji, what's her name?
Taraji P. Henson.
She was on there, and then some chick that was from The Help was on there. But the rest were like B-level actors. I think Sinbad was on there, but
damn, Sinbad.
Sinbad was an old man, like an Italian dude on there.
Funny story, man. Years and years ago, when the Grand was open, me and Mara ran into him at the movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, super nice guy. Yeah. Fucking tall as fuck.
He's tall, yeah.
This was in his prime. This probably was before the kids were even born.
Oh,
we were just dating, so over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, cool. Big old motherfucker.
He probably was doing the show or something.
And I told Mars, like, damn, that's him, baby. Buying popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So second movie, what was the second movie? Oh, The Accountant Part 2.
Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
I haven't seen part 1.
It was good. That one was, I would say, 8 out of 10.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Sundays I like to watch movies.
But we wanted to watch that warfare movie.
I heard about that one.
But we didn't get to it last night, but maybe today.
So we watched last night, we caught up on Master Chef. That's one of the shows we watched. Love Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Joe, I forget his last name, love the host. And so we watched that 3 episodes.
Is what's his name still on there?
Aaron?
Yeah.
No, man, they replaced him.
Who's on it now?
Some black chick.
Okay.
Some lady. But she brought some good energy.
Yeah.
I love Aaron.
What's her like specialty?
I don't know. They wouldn't deserve just making. She's a Michelin style chef.
Okay.
Just makes whatever the fuck.
I like Aaron on there too. He's different than Gordon and Joe, but they're all different, right? But I think he's real compassionate to the people.
Well, it was funny because and he's from NOLA.
Yeah.
It's funny because Joe's usually rude, right?
Yeah.
And I was yesterday.
But rude in the way that you have to be in a judging contest, right?
And he's Italian.
Yeah.
So he takes food. But yesterday, nothing but positivity. Me and Mara looking at you like.
Was like the first episode or something?
First 3 episodes. Okay. Yeah. It was the auditions. Okay. And this one is dynamic duos. So you have like a husband and wife, or like me and you, best friends. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. But your mind's like, damn, did he fall in love? What's going on? Because nothing but positives. Even the Gordon and that chick were like, What the
I
fuck,
saw
man?
it on the Hulu things. I was thinking, oh, there must be a new
Yeah,
season.
yeah, that's one thing we always watch together, Master
Yeah,
Chef. You know what I mean? We love it. I always love cooking show.
yeah.
Love to cook. So,
Do you watch Master Chef Junior?
y'all, yeah, I
Those
love.
are
What
good.
was pretty cool is two of the duos were in Master Chef Junior,
Oh
like 8 and 9 years
shit.
old. Now they're
Okay.
like 19 and
Yeah,
20.
yeah,
And man, they should have lost their round because it was the audition, so it was 2 against 2, and they won. And I know it's because they were,
it's part of the show
yeah, Master
story.
Chef kids, and
Yeah,
yeah, they shouldn't have won. But
yeah,
and last week I watched. You ever seen what's it called? All Quiet on the Eastern Front. That's a badass war movie. That shit
yeah.
is badass. And I rewatched Black Hawk Down.
I like that movie, Black Hawk Down. But I
What?
was watching that the Vietnam one you told me about.
You like that
I
one?
was not done yet, but I
What, the
did.
documentary?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was good. I
yeah,
wonder if it should be the same one.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But so Netflix has a documentary on Black Hawk Down, real
Okay.
people that survived.
Uh-huh.
So watching the movie and then watching that, and they're showing who that person really was in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
movie. That made it even better. And man, that shit was fucking. They were supposed to go out like Gilligan, man, 3 hour tour. You
yeah.
know what I mean? And fucking got caught up for a few days.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy, but yeah. So we'll see what's popping. I've been watching The Shire. You ever watch The Shire? That's
Mm-mm.
a good show. They're like on 8 seasons, and Godfather of Harlem. That's
We haven't seen the newest one yet because you gotta buy it on ours. I don't have that.
Oh, so you've watched it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
until the
good.
newest season.
So now the new season's got Frank Lucas,
Okay.
which from American Gangster,
Yeah, yeah.
Denzel. He's taking over of how.
I'm waiting till it gets more episodes, and I'm just.
That's what I don't like, man. I wish they just come out with the whole
Yeah.
season, but then you subscribe for a month for free and then cut the shit
That's why
off.
I'm waiting. Yeah.
So, but other than that, man, we're just chilling this week. I think next week we're off, and then we think we got an out of towner in Austin.
Hmm.
And all these tournaments are 4 days: Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Yeah.
Sunday. So I'll be probably taking some time. Well, not probably. If they play, I'm gonna be taking some time off to watch that.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes, man.
I remember that. I remember Chris doing that, and at the end, like the cool part is you become like a family, baseball parents, family, or whatever, right? And it's cool because you see them every weekend for however many years, and the kids grow up together, whatever, whatever. And then he moved to football when he got to high school,
Yeah.
and we were like, "Oh shit, this is once a week, and practices are at school, right?
Frees up a
Totally
bunch of shit.
different
Yeah.
thing." And the games were Thursday or Friday, you know, when he was JV versus varsity. And it was like, the whole weekends are free. What?
Well, like you
Wow.
said, you grow for years. So he's playing. So the championship game, there's a kid on our team, and the kid that pitched against us shut us down.
Yeah.
They all played together when they were 7.
Yeah,
So I had a picture of them, and one of the pitcher's dad, and he played on the other team, posted it. But I had a picture when they were all three together at 7,
Mhm.
and then all three together after that game,
Yeah,
all pushing 16. So yeah, it was pretty cool, man. I love baseball. Meet a
Yeah,
lot of good
yeah.
people there, and it's fun.
So then Bea now, Tony and Nick didn't play sports, but Bea now she's volleyball, soccer, and cheerleading now. So that's,
Okay, soccer.
yeah.
That's one
'Cause-
sport I never got
Because
into.
she couldn't play softball in junior high. So
Okay.
her and her couple of friends wanted to play soccer. So she's like, okay, I'll do soccer.
So she's
Soccer's fun. It was fun to watch. I didn't really know much about it. The rules, offsides, and all
Yeah.
that. Like she was goalie, but I didn't know how big her area is or
Yeah.
what can
Damn,
she touch.
goalie
Because
already.
nobody volunteered for it, so she
Yeah.
kind of got
Hey, nobody wants it. Starting
Yeah.
position.
pretty much. And I told her to stick with it. She's still thinking about it or not. But her last game, did I tell you what happened last game?
Nah.
Pretty much they played a select team, right?
Whoop.
Man, you know, she's in the charter school, so they played charter schools, and one of them was really good, and they lost 1-0 or something like that, and they won the rest of the games. But I felt bad for her, but at the same time, it's a sport, and they're not playing the team on their level.
Yeah.
And I think the final score was like 18-0.
Damn, she let 18 go
She
by.
let 18 go by, but
Damn,
the scoreboard they only went to like 11.
Damn.
And but she didn't give up, right? But it was not just her; it was the defenders. They couldn't get the ball on offense,
she's the last line of defense.
And,
that's a hard position.
but she didn't give up,
Yeah.
right? And I thought, damn, she's gonna give up, you know. But she didn't. She stayed
Yeah.
out there, and then they did a penalty kick, and I was like, oh shit. And it was funny because when she saw them lining up the ball for the penalty kick, she even turned around and did this. Like,
like,
by then it was like 12-0, and she was like, "Oh shit," because it's right there.
Yeah.
But she blocked it.
Oh shit.
And everybody was, even though she, she let 12 or 13 go by then everybody's like, "Oh shit," she got the penalty
positive.
kick. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was cool. She got the penalty kick and then the rebound too. Like they were coming to attack again, and she got that one too. So, like I said, she didn't give up, and I hope she sticks with it, even though that last game kind of put a sour taste in the mouth. But at the end, it was cool.
That soccer shit be kind of crazy too. It's funny because I think it was Wednesday. I went out and watched Leslie's son play.
Okay.
And at the high school down the block. It's funny because we're Heritage District, and that's a long ass drive. I think it's like 14 minutes to get there. MHS is like 2 right turns, and it's like 4 minutes away. But whatever. I
think whenever they made the line.
But we went there to go to Heritage. So I think in my neighborhood, so you got 3 junior highs. You got Walnut Grove, they all go to Heritage. You got Dietrich, they all go to freaking MHS, and then Stevie's school, we're half split up. So we're luckily we got him that. But anyways, I want to watch him play, man. He's good. He's a little baller, you know what I'm saying? So to watch that level, especially high school kids, you know what I'm saying? He plays varsity, and it's pretty cool. Melissa was there, of course, Leslie and Eli, Uncle Lawrence. They go to every game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but it was funny because when we had our coaches meeting this year for baseball, he was like, "All right, parents, enjoy it because this might be the last season you drive your kids to practice."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh shit." Speaking of that, driving, man, I'm tired of this Texas traffic, man. That should be crazy on the freeway.
Yeah.
Like, why is everybody in a hurry, man? 90, 100 miles per hour.
Not coming from Garland.
Zigzagging here and there. I'm like, no wonder. I hate fucking traffic, man. I'm sick. Elon Musk needs to come with something where we can just morph to work and not deal with traffic. I hate it, man. Just say I cruise. I'm a cruise control. You use cruise control?
Not that much.
I always use it. Yeah. I set it 8 to 10 miles above the speed limit, and still motherfuckers. And I'll be trying to see how fast I'm going. That motherfucker's probably going like 90 or 100. Like, what's the rush with it? And that's everybody.
Yeah.
Like, what's the fucking rush? Just take it easy and chill. And
some people have heavy foots. That's all.
Fuck, but. Anyways, man, other than that, like I said, we got baseball this summer. It's going to be a hot one. You know what I mean? And excited, shout out Nicholas for graduating, proud of him,
Yeah.
Another shout out, I want to get out to Josh. He's been working hard, bought him a new truck.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
cool. Nice,
a lot
man.
of people.
Glad to hear that.
If you know what Josh is pushing through, it's been almost 2 years in January. He's been working hard, saving money.
He has been working.
He hit us up on FaceTime. I know we're running short on time, but so we actually was that his birthday? I don't remember, but we're all in the kitchen. It was something, and Isaiah's taking a shower, and he FaceTimes. I'm like, what the fuck, Josh, you FaceTime? He goes, where y'all at? I go, what do you mean, where am I? He goes, where you at? I go, motherfucker, I'm your dad. Where you at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he goes, where's everybody there? Where's Meyer? Where's Steve? I said, well, me and Steven and Meyer right here. He goes, well, where's Isaiah? I need to talk to you. I'm like, fuck, this motherfucker finna have a baby. You know what I'm saying? And he goes, well, all right, just tell Isaiah to take FaceTime me later. And I think it's a 2021 F-150.
Oh, shit.
It's nice, red.
Yeah.
He's like showing me. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, man. So he's been working hard, putting in his work, man. And it's a good feeling when your kids think about you to call you and share those accomplishments. And I was like, man, let me look at the inside. He opens up, girlfriend's all up in there, feeling good, eating. Like, oh shit, did she come with the truck or what? You know what I'm saying? But they doing good, man. Shout out to Josh and Myrna, man. He's working hard, doing shit right, bounce back.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, how you bounce back.
That's it, yeah.
He did what he had to do, and he's doing real good, man. Mm-hmm. Talking about doing this, painting the rims and suspensions. I'm like, you doing all that on the next check? He's like, heck no, he wants 10. So, he's borrowing his grandpa's truck, and I was like, did you put all that money in your grandpa's truck? But shout out to his grandpa, let him use the truck, get back forth to work.
Yeah.
And he handled business, saved his money, and got him a nice little truck. Like, damn, you got a truck before I did.
Yeah.
And then I asked him, I said, I got some shit to pick up. You gonna let me borrow it? And silence.
Yeah.
I'm like, you there?
It's not for hauling nothing, man.
He goes, maybe I'll take it. But you give the kids everything they want, then you turn it around. It's like, it's like the other day. We probably get mad talking about it, but so we go to baseball. I bought breakfast that morning, and Isaiah was off. It was like 8 in the morning. So I thought he was asleep. I said, I'm not gonna buy him something and just go to waste. So we get home that night, and I hear him talking to Meyer. Yeah, y'all owe me $20, and y'all owe me this, and I'm like, I poke my head out. I'm like, what the fuck y'all talking about over there?
Yeah.
We owe you $20 for what? He goes, well, y'all weren't here, so I had to Uber Eats. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
We owe you $20. He goes, well, if you would have bought me breakfast, I wouldn't have been hungry. I wouldn't have had to call Uber Eats. I could have waited for you. I'm like, what?
He's right, man.
I'm like, wait a minute, man. I go, are you fucking serious? And he's like, I go, you want to go dollar for dollar? Who owes you fucking money? I go, I don't have to buy you food when we go out.
Yeah.
I said, because it was like 8 o'clock, and I'm like, hey, tell Isaiah to order food because if we go buy food, I'm gonna buy everybody.
Yeah.
But I'm like, tell him we're gonna. But sometimes I'm like, hey, tell that motherfucker buy his own food tonight. So we're gonna be home late.
We're gonna be out, yeah.
Yeah. So I told him, hey, tell him we're gonna be home late, buy his own food. But it was our fault we weren't home, man.
It is, man. You should have been home to feed him,
We had
man.
to Uber Eats.
He still lives on your roof. You still need to feed him, man. That's the bottom line.
I'm like, dude, he pays a little rent, not much, but it doesn't even cover what he fucking. I mean, we wash once a week. That motherfucker washes like 3 or 4 times a week. I'm like, dude, buy you some more clothes. That's ridiculous, But kids will be kidding. Then the shower head broke in their restroom, and he's like, I'll buy one, and this is right after the whole food. I'm like, yeah, then you gonna fucking charge me for it or what? Nah, but I broke it.
He's gonna buy it because he wants the special.
Massage.
Yeah, he wants all that.
Yeah,
he's like, Dad's just gonna buy me the regular one.
Hell yeah, I'm just the one head. He wants the one you can take off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I explained it to him. I said, look, man, I always buy you if I go. I said, did not buy you breakfast because you need to buy your own.
Yeah.
I said, you were asleep. It was 8 in the morning. We're leaving, and I didn't want to waste no money.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I get it. I go, but motherfucker, don't ever tell you I owe you money, especially like that. Like, if you would have bought me breakfast, I wouldn't have been hungry, and if y'all wouldn't have got home so late, I'd have to Uber Eat. Like, wait a minute, you joking me? Or you fucking with me?
Does he drive?
No,
okay.
He don't drive. He's saving up to get him a ride.
Yeah.
I think Josh pumped him up, so he's a cheapskate.
I was gonna say he could just jump in the car and go get something because the Uber Eats be taxing.
Yeah, he's Well, Friday we told him he was on his own. We were going out to eat.
Yeah,
but I told him, I said, hey, we're out. If you want us to pick you something up, save you money from Uber, we'll pick you up.
Yeah.
But he's cheapskate, man. He saves money. Like our barber, if you pay with card, it charges you $1.50 extra. So he got his haircut yesterday. He's like, will you take me to the bank? I'm like, for what? He goes, I want to get cash. I was like, for what? He goes, I don't want to pay that $1.50 extra, so I'm gonna just start paying cash. He goes, because if I go this many times a year, $1.50, I got
a lot, man. It's a lot. Yeah, it's plus tip.
He's fun, but he's working on getting him a ride. By the end of summer, he'll have something.
Yeah.
I'll tell him I'll help him out. So we'll see. Fucking kids, what are you gonna do with them?
That's funny.
Man, can't do shit. Yeah, fucking Isaiah, man, he's a trip.
It's like Nicky. He's in Cali. He texts like when he first left because I gave him a little allowance when he's home. He said, "Am I still getting my allowance?" I said, "Fool, you ain't here. You take out the trash and clean the kitchen. Like, what are you talking about?"
Well, like Isaiah, he got off our phone bill, got his own phone bill. He pays me every week, and he goes, I go, it was his birthday, and I'm like, usually he pays me in the morning, and I tell him, hey, thanks for paying me right away. He goes, well, I don't want you hounding me all day. That's what he told me. I shouldn't have to hound you. He goes, exactly, that's what I said. So he didn't pay me that day. We were at the steakhouse, and I was like, don't talk about that here. He goes, well, I'm paying my phone bill now. I go, okay. He goes, so I have to pay my phone bill today, so I can't pay you. I'm like, wait a minute. Just because you get a new bill doesn't mean another bill goes away. Yeah. I said, this is part of adulthood. You learn to manage your money. You got a bill. I said, if I get a new bill, I can't tell the electricity or the water, hey, I got a new bill, man. You gotta lay off me this month. You know what I mean?
Let me catch up.
I said, look, it's your birthday, whatever, man. You gotta pay me. I said, but moving forward, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck what bills you got. You pay your goddamn dues. You know what I mean? Because it don't even put a dent in it. I enjoy seeing that money. It is what it is. But I'm like, dude, you don't even. I pay rent. You don't pay shit. They don't put a dent. He
pays rent, man.
Nothing as much as you wash and. Anyways, but man, it's good to get back. It's been a while. I had a couple of people ask me if we were done. We ain't never done.
We just took a look. Shit happens, comes up, and you gotta just handle it. We're not there yet where we have a studio and this is our primary job and shit like that. Yeah. Maybe one day, you never know.
Hey, it's up to y'all. Y'all want to see us every week? Pay us.
shit comes up. You
Cash
know,
app. Put
what
a
do you say?
cash
Put
app.
it on your TikTok. You know, like,
Yeah.
hey, we want to do this full time, but we need your help. Just
Yeah, I'll
kick
be
us.
like that. I would love to start working if y'all can just
Just do
Venmo.
podcasts and day in the lives all
Hey,
day.
that TikTok shit is some shit, man.
Yeah,
That's just funny, man. Like
yeah.
I'm like, I feel old. I feel like a creep, man. That's what I told my wife. I feel like a creep on this shit, because I mean, it's weird, I don't know. I feel weird following people like none of your mother-in-law. I was like, maybe JJ could try
No, I
to. Why
know.
she trying to creep up? How does it go? Creeping in the DMs?
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
look at my DMs.
That's funny. Yeah,
And the restaurant follow me. You
yeah.
handle that too, or she
Not all right.
she
I don't
handle
have
that?
none of that
So I'm like,
stuff.
man, she coming at me always. She
Yeah,
like, girl. Nah, I just play. Salute to the in-laws, in-law.
yeah, yeah.
They good people and shit. So
That's funny.
other than that, man, get back to work tomorrow. I think Stevie wants to go to the batting cages today, which I hope
Okay.
he sleeps in because I
Yeah,
don't feel like going. I'm tired of my.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Other than that, baseball's back. Rangers suck. Stars lost. Fucking a lot of shit going on right now. The
Yeah.
deportations. You got the fucking uh, Diddy trials, the freak
Diddy.
offs. Man, I've been keeping up with that, man. That
See,
Diddy was a freak, boy.
somebody said yesterday, what about whatever happened with J Lo? Did she was,
Nah, if they were anybody that was with Diddy was in the freak offs, 100%.
and then somebody commented saying something like, well, she proved that she ain't loyal when she, turned on his ass with that gun charge.
Well, right away she went back to Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
he I think supposedly I don't know, but the comments were like he felt like he couldn't trust her to do all that shit. So
Maybe, but man, yeah, maybe she went with him that long, so maybe that's what kind of turned her off.
yeah.
But hey, Diddy was a freak, man. I've been listening
When
to
like I
the
said, I
trial.
think I said this before. When you have that much money, I don't know if I told you or Cynthia, you have so much money, you get bored and run out of shit to do. Like you just start watching people fuck Carl Winslow Nash or something like
No,
that.
he
You know
was
what
the
I mean?
one doing it.
Oh, it was him.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, he gay. He's
yeah,
gay, which there's nothing wrong with that
yeah, yeah,
at all. But that's what it's exposing. He was
yeah.
gay.
We're just bored.
Not to get so graphic, but he would want the strippers to finish inside of his girl, then get the what they call it. The guy listen to the what do you call it? The baby paste and rub it on his nipples and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude was a freak.
Rich and bored.
I mean, rich and bored, but in the closet at the same time,
Yeah.
and rich enough to try to.
I don't think he was in the closet because if you know stories that you've heard, like shit's been like when we were younger,
Yeah,
but you didn't really pay attention to it. And all these rappers now, they're not Mace and
Yeah.
Fabulous, and it's hard for them to say it because, but who knows if they were in it or they knew of it. But Diddy was the one. I mean, if you're an East Coast rapper,
Yeah, you had to go through
you had to go
Diddy.
through Diddy, and hey,
Hey, and they go to them freak outs 4 or 5 days,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Like what the fuck?
yeah.
Yeah, and then that shit. Fucking Diddy, man. I think he's gonna get. I mean, they're not proving all the other shit. They're proving he's a freak, whatever. I think he's gonna get off. Maybe I don't know. He might not. They're saying he's gonna get 10 to 20. Trump's gonna pardon him. We'll see.
Who knows if Trump was in them freak offs too?
Nah,
Because Trump was
not my boy.
Trump and
man.
Diddy
Nah.
were New York.
Now the
Back in the day
Epstein,
before
now
he
the
was-
Epstein, man.
Before Trump was a politician, he was a big dude in New York.
Yeah, but that would already came out.
You never know.
Never know. You never know. They mentioned him on
Maybe
the
they
Epstein
bumped
list.
elbows
Yeah.
at some parties back in the day, right?
Well, it's possible he was at the parties, but these were the parties after the party.
Yeah, that's what I
after
mean.
The party.
Maybe they bumped elbows
Yeah.
at certain parties.
Yeah, you would have had to. Trump
Yeah.
was big, money guy. Diddy was
Yeah,
big, money guy.
they were up in that.
But even like
echelon.
Wendy Williams back like 10 years ago, or maybe even more. Nah, it was more because she was barely on the radio. Had brought some shit up about
Yeah.
Diddy, and then she got blackballed.
A lot of people have.
Yeah, so yeah, that's just wild, man.
Yeah.
It's Justin
50
Bieber.
Cent.
You got Usher. Oh, 50 Cent's baby mama.
Yeah.
She was in the freak offs too, man. And yeah, that shit's crazy. He blew up Kid Cudi's car. Yeah, that fool did he. But if he makes it out, he gonna be broke. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with him. I just imagine the kids and the mom being in there listening to what their dad was into, man. And not only that, he's got daughters. The way he treated these women, I don't get the whole like Cassie. They're saying she's a victim, but man, and they say, oh well, psychologically she would. But it's like, you were grown and he was doing this shit to you. But yeah,
The thing is, they were getting some out of it too, right?
Yeah,
And
well,
I think that's why they had to do it. Like I said, those rappers, they had to go through Diddy to get big, and Diddy had these parties, and they would go. And that's why when back in day when 50 Cent started bringing it up, or let's say when New Williams or the Breakfast Club, they wouldn't say shit.
Yeah.
They couldn't say nothing. What about them Diddy parties? And they would go quiet.
Yep. Well, 50 Cent's baby mama did say that she only did it because she was afraid he was going to stop paying for her house.
That's what I
You know what I
mean.
mean? So victims, nah, I don't think
They
so.
were what is it called? I forget the term, but it's pretty much you were part of something that you knew of, but you knew it was wrong, but you were coming out of it somehow.
Yeah, yeah. They said like Cassie would lay down and everybody would be peeing in her mouth, and
It was a lot of crap, a lot of shit.
yeah. But
But
anyway, shout out to Diddy, I guess.
yeah,
Shout out to Bad Boy Records. Oh fuck, that's crazy, fucking Diddy. A lot of shit going on in this
yeah.
world. A lot of crazy shit. Other than that, man, what else you got, bro?
That's it. Oh, it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, right? If
Okay,
you ever heard of that shit, but it's in the way that I'll say it is men go through shit too. So
absolutely.
just find your way to cope, to talk to somebody. I think this is somewhat of a therapy thing
It
for us.
is. It is.
And, just find a way to do it, working out. Uh, I would say drinking, but drink in moderation. Just like you said, you had a long day, 2 beers, boom, feel
Yeah.
better. Getting waxed, supposedly
Oh,
that.
speaking of that, a lot of people were telling me, did JJ say mention two bros for a 0% discount?
Yeah, 0%.
Leslie brought that up.
Yeah,
So, yeah, that's funny. I got a guy, and we keep going. We haven't been done it for a while. Good guy, friend named George, and I could tell he was listening because we were talking about eating. We were at
yeah,
practice. Everybody was hungry. He goes, "Yeah, just like you brought up in the podcast about the tostadas."
yeah,
Like, okay, motherfucker,
yeah,
listening.
yeah.
He got long beard. He goes, "I love him, but they don't agree with my beard."
Yeah, I guess not.
And he told me he listens. He goes, "Man, I love it." He goes, "Sometimes I just get into it. I don't even think about it as you.
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
into it."
yeah,
So that's cool, man. We got some good listeners out there. Let's get some more.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And other than that, man, it was good to be back. Next week we ain't got shit going on, so we should be able to.
Father's Day episode.
Oh yeah, Father's Day. Well, nobody give a fuck about Father's Day, so we'll
But
probably
we
have
will.
all day open.
Our viewers, like I said, we're at like a 95% men audience. So our viewers will care about Father's Day.
Hey, and this is coming out what, Thursday?
Yeah.
Put some Father's Day ideas out there
Yeah,
for
Father's
the
Day.
women. Any of the
Yeah.
women out there watching, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man. Father's gets.
I said there's some videos on TikTok about, I don't know if you've seen them, but it says me preparing for, wait, this dude, real quick, the last one I saw, he put like some on the bed, some Jordans, like a steak and like all kinds of presents, right? And he says me preparing for Father's Day morning, and he goes lays in bed like he's waking up. Oh my God! Wow, you got me some Jordans, but it's him pretty much
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
himself.
That's what it is.
And shout out, make giving your
America great.
make giving your husband flowers on Father's Day a thing, right?
Nah, fuck
it,
that. I don't want no
get some
fucking
flowers,
Hell no. I want something else for Father's Day. Ain't no
just
flowers.
something, right? At least
Not no flowers.
You
though.
never
I don't
know,
want no
flowers,
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
just
take some flower.
flowers.
Yeah, I'll take some flower. I'll take that, but not the roses. You know what I'm saying? So, other than that, man, we back. We ain't going nowhere. Shout out to all the viewers out there, the ones that stay watching, the ones that ask me if we still recording.
We're still here, just got busy, and hit up that little table at Ross or Marshalls for Father's Day. The little table at Tum Tum, and get a little something
Yeah. Other than that, we out.
later.
Salute.